Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name's Preeti and I'm India's first cruelty-free beauty blogger. I talk about all things cruelty-free and I also cover vegan beauty and lifestyle tips. If this is the kind of content that you might enjoy, then please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. It would mean the world to me, and continue watching today's video. Today's video, as the title suggests, is going to be all about my makeup fails. A lot of you guys wanted to see this, especially after you saw my skincare fails and my hair care fails video. A lot of you guys wanted to see a makeup fails edition. So here you go, you guys. There are a lot of products in this video over the last 2-3 years, I think, that have constantly disappointed me. Some of them have expired and I just kept them aside to make this video for you guys. Now, before I move into this video, I think a disclaimer is necessary. What might work for you might not work for me. I'm aware that a lot of these products would have worked better for other people, but for me, they were just complete disappointments, and therefore this video is out there. All right, so now we're going to move into the video. There are a lot of them, you guys. Buckle up. It's going to be a slightly long video. I'm going to try making this as short as possible. Enjoy my misery with me and continue watching. Now, the first one is the Summer of Love Triple Baked Bronzer. This is from I Heart Makeup. I Heart Makeup is a sister company of Makeup Revolution, and this is what the product looks like. Now, for a bronzer, this is way too shiny. It's literally like a highlighter. Now, as you can see, I haven't used too much of this product, mainly because it was such a disappointment for me. I bought this, so even more. This is the swatch. Can you see how shiny this is? This is literally a highlighter. It is not a bronzer. I have no idea why they've labeled it as a triple baked bronzer. This is definitely a highlighter. And the worst thing is that it's not a highlighter for my cool tone skin. So there was no way for me to use it. Now on my hands, it looks so pretty and dewy and whatnot because my hands are slightly more tan than my face. I have a cool tone skin and this is a very warm toned highlighter. It did not work for my skin. The highlighter was just so visible. It looked like a nice yellow line on my face when I tried to use it like a highlighter. Major fail, not worth the money. And if you're looking for a highlighter, then just buy a highlighter because this formula is more like an eyeshadow. It's not the right formula for a highlighter. So I don't know, this is a very confusing product. Huge fail for me. I do not recommend buying this. I wouldn't recommend this to anybody. The next one is the Disguise Cosmetics Sponge. I bought this with my own money again, and this was a huge disappointment for me, you guys. I love Disguise Cosmetics products. I really like their liquid lipsticks, their bullet lipstick. I also like their highlighter stick that they have. It's very dewy and really nice. I have 2 of those colors. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but I'm applying a lot of pressure to squeeze this. And even after you wet this, you dampen it with water, even then it expands very slightly and it's still very hard. So when you're going to be applying concealer, foundation and whatnot, you really have to smack yourself with it because if it was soft, it would just nicely, touch your skin and just bounce back. But this is so rough. It really feels like you're whacking your face and it's just not fun, you guys. I need a soft sponge that will not whack me on my under eye area. This is very, very stiff. I need a softer formula, so this was a waste for me. I just don't use it anymore. It's become all crusty and whatnot. So this was a huge, huge fail for me. I do not recommend this to anybody. I highly recommend the PAC beauty sponges, the Beauty Blender beauty sponges. Those are some of the best. Honestly, they're worth your money. They're so soft and definitely some of the best out there. The next one is the Blend and Shine foundation from Flicka. Flicka is an Indian vegan cruelty-free brand. They launched, I think, 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. And they have a really good range of lipsticks and eyeshadows now, foundation. They also launched concealers. My problem with this foundation is that it's not my shade. The brand had sent this to me. It's not my shade. It's so yellow and their shade range is literally a joke. They really need to expand with their shade range. I have a cool tone skin, so I need to be really picky with my foundations, and this was a huge fail for me. Not a big fan of the smell. It's easy to blend, does feel very cakey on the skin, so all in all, pretty much a fail for me. I don't recommend this foundation to anybody. However, I really like their compact powder. It's really, really nice. And I have emptied it. I've spoken about it on my Instagram as well. If you aren't following me there, please follow me. I talk about a lot of things on my Insta stories. The next one are the Nail Enamels nail polishes from Nykaa. I'm not a big fan of their formula, and I've spoken about this long back as well when they had newly launched their shades. I've tried so many different colors from the brand, but this range, I think this is their original range, this is such a fail because they start shipping literally the next day. Definitely not the most long lasting. If you have 2 or 3 coats, they will just literally chip off like paint. It's just horrible. And I don't recommend these at all. I think Specta Cosmetics has a wide range of nail polishes that are actually really, really good, and they're vegan as well. I also have a code with the brand. If you use my code, I'm going to leave it right here, you get I think 10 or 15% off across the website. Another one is Disguise Cosmetics. Their nail colors are really, really good too, and they are vegan. The next one is from Makeup Revolution. This is actually a very, very famous product. When it was launched, it literally went viral, you guys. This is the Banana Luxury Powder. This was a huge disappointment for me. I bought this with my own money and it just didn't work for me. It's filled with talc. Now, talc is literally the first ingredient, followed by aluminum starch octanyl succinate. This is an ingredient that helps to mattify skin. It's used widely in primers, setting powders, mattifying moisturizers, and whatnot. This was a huge fail for me, huge fail. Mainly because when I set my under eyes with it, it just felt so heavy. It over-dried my skin. Not just that, within a few minutes, it settled into fine lines. That is not what a setting powder is supposed to do. Now, after the under eye baking session failed completely, I tried setting my whole face with this. Huge disappointment. It just felt like I was lathering baby powder on my face, you guys. I took a very tiny amount. I put it all over my face. At first, it felt great, you know, when I set my face with it. But within a few minutes, I started noticing that it left my skin very patchy because it's got talc. And when I would sweat, it would literally drip down like in colors of like white and yellow, whatever this color is, and it would look so ugly, you guys. What a horrible product. This really goes to show that the whole FOMO thing is so toxic, because I literally bought this because it was so famous and everybody, even the cool tone skin, I was seeing white people using this, I was seeing Indians use this, Asians use this, and I was like, wow, this works on all skin tones. What a waste of money. It's quite pricey too. It's not cheap. It's for $8.50 and I got it on full price, not on a discount. So for me, this was huge fail. If I wanted talc on my face, I would just use baby powder. Huge fail. I don't recommend this to anybody. Now, the next 2 products are liquid highlighters, and these are from Nykaa again. These are the Strobe and Glow liquid highlighters. Now, the reason why I have 2 of these is a very funny story. Now, these liquid highlighters were so hyped, you guys, and I wanted to try them out mainly because I wanted to review them and, you know, give it a shot. Now, just like any normal customer would, I went to their website, I checked their colors, I checked their shade range, and according to that, I ordered a product that I thought would work for me because it's called Blushed Moonlight. Now, the swatch that I saw for Blushed Moonlight was this beautiful rose gold champagne color, and according to that, I bought it. But what I got instead was this yellow colored highlighter. Why would I ever use this highlighter, you guys? I mean, look at it. It is so yellow. I would never purchase a yellow toned highlighter because I am cool toned. The swatch that I saw was this color, not this, this. So basically, this shade is called Glazed Bronze. So it's written right here, Glazed Bronze, and this one is Blushed Moonlight. How is this Blushed Moonlight and how is this Glazed Bronze? Like, what is going on here? Now, let me show you my horror. This is the product, right? Okay, that's the color, you guys. It looks like turmeric, literally haldi chandan. What is this? It stained, look at that. It stained my whole hand when I tried swatching it. Now, I cannot even dare to put this on my face. Look at it, it's literally yellow. This needs to be like a golden shade or something. This cannot be Blushed Moonlight. Moonlight is not yellow. Now, next to this, let me just put the Glazed Bronze. Okay, this is the Glazed Bronze. And there you go. You see how different the colors are? This is such a pretty pink. It's so nice and it just blends really well. Look at that. Look at the difference. This is the shade that I ordered because this is what they had swatched on their website under Blushed Moonlight. But what I got was this color. How is this even... Why are the swatches so messed up? I don't understand. Apart from the horrible mismatch of shades on their website, which is obviously a waste of money for the consumer, but then I bought both because I really wanted to review them. In my opinion, these are some of the worst liquid highlighters that I have tried out. They are so oily, you guys, and over time the oil just leaves. I don't know if you can see, but this is all the oil that's left on the edges of the bottle. Over time, I have no idea how that happens. I cannot believe these have been raved so much. This literally stains, you guys. It stains the skin. I do not recommend this at all. The only way I can now use them is I mix 1 or 2 drops with my body lotion or body butter, and then I spread it on my body when I'm stepping out. So that way I have like a nice sheen to my body. But overall, these are very oily, you guys. You just simply cannot use them on your face. The next one is a liquid lipstick, and this one's called Wink Me. Very luxurious packaging. It's launched by an Indian makeup artist. This one is very pricey for the quality. This was a gift from a friend, and they thought that I might really like it because I was really talking about this on and on my Instagram, because I really liked how bougie the packaging was, and you know how everybody was talking so highly about this product. But for me, this was such a huge disappointment, you guys. What a horrible product. The minute I got this, I immediately swatched this on my lips, and I was so disappointed with the formula, you guys. This is a very expensive liquid lipstick. It's not affordable. It's not on sale or whatnot. It's very bougie, and all that extra packaging cost is taken out in the pricing of this lipstick, and it is so drying, you guys. It emphasizes the texture of your lips, so all of those fine lines, they look like solid cracks on your lips. This is a very drying formula, and you cannot layer lip gloss or anything on top of this. So now when I tried to put lip gloss on top, because this just ruined the look of my lips, it looked like I was a chain smoker with like shrunken lips. It was so horrible with all those cracks. So I layered some lip gloss on top. I layered a very expensive Jeffree Star lip gloss on top, and the texture just went for a toss. So after an hour, I noticed that my lipstick was making these weird textured balls that were just falling off. So if I would do this, it would just like become this really weird texture. And if I used a tissue, the whole thing got wiped off. I tried this with another lip gloss as well, and oh my god, what a disappointment. What an expensive product. On their website, they say you need a little, don't apply too much or it could become too much for your lips. I applied really little, and even then it just made my lips look really bad. Definitely one of the worst out there, and I do not recommend this for the price point, for the horrible quality. Another liquid lipstick that gives a tough competition to that Wink Me lipstick is the Amore Matte Milani liquid lipstick. This is what it looks like. Milani is not the most affordable brand. I don't even know if it falls in drugstore or luxury because it's somewhere in the middle. This is a pricey lipstick. It's not affordable. It's not cheap at all. Now, I like a lot of products from Milani, you guys, but this was one of the worst, mainly because it's so over drying on the lips. It emphasizes texture like no other. Again, when you apply this on your lips, it just makes it so matte, emphasizes every single crack on your lip, and somehow your lips just look shrunken no matter how much you overline it, because it's so drying. It just pulls all the skin with it. I did try layering this with lip gloss to avoid that cracky feel, but you know, you can feel it when your lips are being just tightly held by some product because it's so mattifying. It just feels like my lips are dead by the ending of it. And this was the first time trying out this range, you guys. Like, I haven't tried this Amore Matte range before because I personally thought it's so pricey. But at least now I know that I'm not going to try any other color from this range. Horrible, horrible. I do not recommend this at all. The next one is a baked eyeshadow from W7. It's called Yummy Eyes. I got this as a freebie on one of my older orders from HOK Makeup. It's an Indian website. I think you all already know. They have a wide range of products, and this was a freebie from them on a huge order that I had placed. Now, this is what the packaging looks like. It's so pretty. It's very inspired from Bourjois Paris, which is not a cruelty-free brand, but this is what it looks like. While it looks great, and the swatch maybe will look great on camera, it just doesn't blend on the eyes. So now when I blend it out, see, this is how it looks, because now I've had like a bunch of liquid highlighters and everything as a background, so my skin is moisturized. But when I use this on my eye, when I blend it out either with my finger or with a brush, it blends into nothing. It just disappears. For an eyeshadow, I think the formula is really poor because this is a baked eyeshadow, and with most baked eyeshadows, this is an issue that I have, that they are just very, very dry. Now, as a highlighter, I think I can make it work. I'm not too sure again because it is slightly yellow. Actually, it's very yellow. The camera lights don't pick it up, but It's actually very, very yellow. I don't think I can use it on my face at all. So thankfully I didn't purchase it, but this was a fail. However, I do want to try out more products from this W7 brand. Very intriguing, but the packaging is so inspired by Bourjois Paris. Come on, like, they need to be a little more original. Huge fail for me. Baked eyeshadows are not for me. They are just too dry in every single brand. So this, don't recommend it, and I will never purchase it. Now the next one is an eyebrow defining pencil. This is from Faces Canada, you guys. It comes with a spoolie and you have the pencil right here. Now, when I bought this, I really wanted to try different eyebrow products because I really like working with pencils. I think for my type of eyebrows, they work really well. Now, this is in the shade name Dark Brown number 2, perfect for brown Indian skin tones. Now, the huge issue that I have with this is that it's so waxy, you guys. Now, while the color is a perfect match for my skin tone, it's just really waxy. Every time I used it, first of all, it's so difficult to use it because it's so waxy. So when you're applying it, the product keeps moving like a wax crayon. Not just that, it tugs on the eyebrow hair, and I have lost a sufficient amount of eyebrow hairs because of this. So while I would create a line here, and if I would go to fill it and I would go on top, it's gone, like just wiped over. It was so difficult to work with this product. It was a huge disappointment. I bought this with my own money, and I did not like it at all. Now, because it's waxy, it goes blunt really fast, so you have to keep sharpening it. So there's product wastage, you lose eyebrow hair, very difficult to apply. All in all, a horrible product. The next one is a highlighter from Boss Lady Cosmetics. Boss Lady Cosmetics is an Indian cruelty-free vegan startup brand, and they're from Bombay City. This was sent me. This is a highlighter, and this is what it looks like. While it does look very white on top, it's actually got a very strong yellow undertone, which is why it didn't work for me. Now, when I received this and when I did a swatch post and when I spoke about it on my feed, I did mention that this is very, very yellow, you guys. When I apply it on my skin, it's like a whole straight line of yellow. It just does not work for me. So now I've swatched it, and I'm gonna quickly show you what this looks like. So now, heavy application, I know. I'm just gonna spread this out. Now this is what it looks like. If you notice, it's got a very, very yellow, strong yellow undertone. It's not the easiest to blend at all. Also, the formula is not the most blinding out there. It's not a highlighter formula either. This also emphasizes texture on the face. It's very difficult to blend, and also when you blend it, it just blends out, like there's nothing left on the skin. That's a huge problem that I have with this highlighter. While the brand does have their heart in the right space, they're vegan, cruelty-free, I really like their lipsticks, but this was a huge fail for me. I also had the chance to swatch their other highlighter, which has a pink iridescence to it, but again, the formula is so poor. The formula is like a bad eyeshadow, you know, something that is like a satin finish, which just when you apply it, it just blends away. That's the formula that this has. I really don't like it, and I really want the brand to make a more dewy finish, a higher quality product. The next product is again a highlighter. This is from the brand Bolly Glow, and this is what the highlighter looks like. It's apparently a blush and highlighter duo, but it's very underwhelming, and I'll show you why. So this is what it looks like. This is apparently a blush, and this is going to be a highlighter, and it's got a cute little mirror here. Now, the brand claims that it's got foil effects, cream to powder smooth finish, pearl pigments for high shine, and all of that. They live up to the claims, whatever claims they've made. But the problem with this is that which blush is so pigmented like a highlighter, you guys? So these are the two swatches. Okay, I'm going to quickly swatch them for you. There you go. How am I ever supposed to use a blush that literally works like a highlighter? It's got so much pigment in this that there is no way in hell I'm putting this on my cheeks. No blush is supposed to be this metallic. It literally looks like eyeshadow, you guys. This is what a foiled eyeshadow should look like. You don't want to put foiled highlighters on your face. Now, because my skin doesn't have any foundation or any concealer or anything, it's easy to apply it. But if I have any makeup, this is not gonna blend because it's a very tough formula. It's foil finish. There's no way I can blend it out to perfection. The blush has so much glitter, you guys. It's so shiny. There's no way I can apply it on my cheeks. I will look like a shiny disco ball and every single pore will be emphasized, and I do not want that for my skin. In fact, I do not want that for anybody. So both of these were huge fails for me. The blush, very difficult to blend, has a lot of pigment, which is also a bad thing because you don't want too much pigment on your face. It's also got a lot of glitter chunks, not the best blush formula. Even though the color didn't work for me, I really wanted to work with the formula and just see how it all comes together. But man, it was so disappointing. What an underwhelming product for all that bougie packaging. I don't recommend this to anybody. It's going to be a waste of your money because there are so many better products for blushes and highlighters out there. The next product is yet another liquid lipstick. This one's from PAC and it's called the Retro Matte Gloss. The shade that I got was Fire Flower number 13. This was one of the most patchiest liquid lipsticks that I've ever applied in my life. Now, application with this is so difficult, you guys. When you apply it, first of all, it's really blotchy. Then when you go over, just because there were certain blotchy patches that you want to cover up, it just wipes off the product. Not just that, it settles into fine lines. It honestly looked really, really bad. From PAC, this is not what I expected because I look up to a lot of their products. Their eyeshadows are exceptional quality. Their glitters, they are soft matte lipsticks. Oh my God, but this, huge disappointment. Now this is a pro face palette from Faces Canada. I have reviewed this on my website as well. Now this, oh, it just smells like Indian incense, you guys. Like, it's so strong. It smells like Indian incense. All of these have this strong agarbatti fragrance that is so horrible. When you apply it on your face, it's so strong, it literally gives me a migraine. All of these are extremely warm toned, not for cool toned skin at all. This blush is extremely warm toned. When I apply it on my face, it looks really bad. I need something brighter. This bronzer is actually decent. It's not too blotchy, easy to apply, not too shiny either. Highlighter, again, it's like a poor eyeshadow formula. It's not a good quality highlighter formula. Easy to work with, but just does not show up on the skin, and it just looks so yellow on my skin tone. This was a huge fail for me. I bought this with my own money. None of the products from this is what I can work with according to the shade range. The bronzer I try to work with here and there, but even then it looks very muddy on my skin. The formula is good, but the shade is just wrong. The next one is from PAC, and this is the Studio Finish Compact Powder. This is a very, very cakey formula, you guys. Now it comes with a huge mirror on one side, and that's how the color looks like. I got this a shade or two lighter, mainly because I wanted to use this on these areas where I wanted to give that pop of light, you know, brighter color. This is a very powdery, cakey formula, you guys, and it's a solid full coverage formula as well. Now my problem with this is that, see, it blends out really beautifully, but within an hour or two, it just feels really heavy on the skin and it settles into all those fine lines on your face. Now, I don't recommend this. Huge disappointment. Very cakey, settles into fine lines, full coverage, so you can't use it for touch-ups. If you sweat, it's just gonna look like white cement water just flowing all over your face. It's so horrible. I don't like it. I don't recommend it. The next one is from Physicians Formula. When I got this, Physicians Formula was cruelty-free. Now they're not, so I'm anyway going to review this for you guys. Now this is their Argan Wear bronzer. It got a very beautiful color, you guys. When I freshly got this, it had like a very nice shimmery overlay which looked really beautiful, and as you use it, it disappears, which is cool. I don't mind it. But the problem that I have with this is even this has that agarbatti fragrance, that Indian incense fragrance. Now we know where Faces Canada got their inspiration from. It was clearly this, because that smell, you guys, it is so strong. Even when I'm holding this right here, I can smell it. It's really that strong. Another problem is that this doesn't show up on my skin, and I am fair. Ideally, this color should show up on my skin. It doesn't show up, you guys. I used this so much and it didn't show up on my face. This is a swatch, and yeah, that's like compact color. Literally, this is what my compact powder should look like. This is the color it should have. It does have a nice sheen to it and whatnot, but for a bronzer, this is not the color that I want. It just does nothing. It's a huge fail for me. It also came with a cute little brush on this side, but the brush was so horrible. The bristles were so rough that they hurt my face. I was using it to comb my cat's fur around the eyes and around the face and the ears and whatnot because it was that rough, and they really liked it. It's also a very pricey product, you guys. It's not affordable at all. I don't recommend this to anybody, and now that it's not cruelty free, all the more I wouldn't recommend this to anyone. I don't even feel guilty throwing this out anymore because it's just a horrible product that does nothing. The next one is the K Beauty highlighter. I bought this very recently actually, and I spoke about this on my Insta stories as well. I shattered it. I don't know if you can see. If I move it a bit more, it's just gonna fall out of the pan. It's completely shattered. This is the K Beauty highlighter. This is what the packaging looks like. I spoke about this on my Insta stories as well. I have a few problems, actually a lot of problems with this. Now, the first problem that I have with this is that while it is pricey, it does not live up to its claims. This formula, it looks really good in the pan, you guys. This shade is a perfect match for me. It's like a rose gold champagne color that is so cool toned and so beautiful. I'm gonna quickly swatch it for you guys. That's what it looks like. It's such a beautiful shade. However, now that it's on a clear skin, blending it is not too much of an issue. But on the face, it's so difficult to blend this. Now, can you see that it simply won't move? And it's emphasized all of this texture on my skin. It emphasizes texture on my face like no others, you guys. It gives me bumps that I don't even have, especially on my nose, and I don't have any bumpy blackheads or anything on my nose, and it just makes it look like I have the most uneven nose. The formula is so difficult to work with. It's so difficult to blend. Another huge problem that I have with K Beauty is that they do not have an ingredient list. Even on their outer packaging, even on their inner packaging, even on the website, you guys, there is no ingredient list. I have no idea what the ingredient list is. The brand has not put up the ingredient list anywhere on the Nykaa website, and this is the same problem that I had with Nykaa. They do not mention their ingredient list on their website. However, when you have the product in hand, they do mention the ingredient list on the outer packaging. But what is up with K Beauty for the pricing that they've marked for their products? Not having an ingredient list is a huge problem, and it's illegal. The next disappointment is the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Finishing Powder. This is what it looks like. It's a translucent white. This is solid silica, and the problem that I have with this is that the amount of flashback, even in the ring light, even in photography, even in sunlight, is horrible, you guys. If you're recording in HD or 4K like me, you cannot use this on screen. I have recorded videos where you could literally see the powder in the crevices of my neck, on my cheeks, under my eyes. It was so visible, and it had massive flashback. If you aren't aware of what flashback exactly is, it's when the light bounces off of the face and it makes that area look really white, ghostly white. This is definitely a product for professional makeup artists like myself if you're doing photo shoots, if we are working with brides and whatnot, and we layer so many different products, right? So that way the flashback reduces. But if you're looking for an everyday powder which you can just layer and quickly run out and click photos in the club with your friends, this is definitely not for you, because the flashback you will have is going to be so scary, especially in flash photography. I don't recommend this for beginners. I don't recommend this for people who want a quick touch up of powder, because in flash photography, it's going to look like a lot of talc thrown on your face. It's going to look white, and that's not going to be a good time. Now, coming to the second last products, these are the Skin Shield Anti-Pollution Foundations from Nykaa. Now, the reason why I have two shades is because none of these are my shade range. I have to mix both of them to get my actual shade. So I got Very Vanilla, and I also got Hot Honey, because I do get tanned, and it's always nice to have a warmer foundation as a backup, you know, to mix it, and then you can have like a good coverage. Now, Very Vanilla and what is this? Hot Honey? Yeah, Hot Honey. Both of these shades have strong yellow undertones. Now, I checked the whole map, the undertone map of Nykaa, and that's when I bought this, the Very Vanilla color, and it still is very warm toned. And this is a problem that I have with Nykaa. They use a lot of yellow undertones because they cater to Indian skin tones, but they forget that Indian skin tones can have cool undertones as well. Both of these together make the perfect match for me. However, I find this foundation to be very, very average. Very average. The shade range is very confusing because even though this was supposed to be my shade range, very vanilla, it's not. Another issue that I have with this is that it smells like paint. Literally, the paint that you put on your walls, it literally smells like that, you guys. It's such a strong scent. It bothers me so much. It lingers on the skin for so long, and I hate it. That's one of the reasons why I haven't used this so much, mainly because the fragrance, I would not even say fragrance, the scent is so strong. Situations like these, you guys, where I feel that the brands need to add a certain amount of fragrance to their products to cut back on this really chemical fragrance. A lot of people say, oh, fragrance is a bad thing, but isn't this chemical fragrance also a bad thing? A lot of people actually like these foundations, but for me, they just simply did not work, and I personally don't recommend this. I saved the worst for the last, you guys. This is from the brand Sugar Cosmetics. This is their liquid lipstick mini kit. This is called the Smudge Me Not range. Smudge Me Not range is infamous for the extremely poor quality of liquid lipsticks, and I had the unfortunate experience of trying them out. This was sent to me with an order. So there was an offer going on the website where if you bought a minimum amount of value products, you would get this kit free. And this was a perfect opportunity for me to try out this range because I really wanted to know what the fuss was all about. Why did people hate this range so much? This formula is one of the most over-drying formula that I've ever tried in my life. It over-dries my lips to an extent where they actually look shrunken. It just sucks out all the moisture and pulls my lips together, and I look like, I don't know, an 80-year-old grandma who chain smoked her entire life. It's such a horrible formula. It's so difficult to remove with a makeup remover. Some of them also stain the lips. They're just so horrible. Like every time I've applied them, my skin on the lips feels so dried, and the next day it's chapped, and I need to take another whole week to repair my skin, and I've just stopped using these altogether. Now they're just rotting in my cupboard because I simply don't have the courage to put my lips through this whole misery again. The wand is really nice for application and everything. The color is so beautiful. In fact, this color looks very similar to that Amore Matte Milani lip color that we spoke about earlier. But it's just so drying, you guys. It's so drying, and such a shame because the colors are beautiful in this range. And those are all the products, you guys. These are all the horrible products that I had the unfortunate experience of trying out. If some of these worked for you, by all means, continue using them. Skincare, beauty, hair care is so subjective. So these are the ones that I will not recommend. I will never repurchase, and they were a solid waste of my money. As you would have seen, majority of the products were bought by me by my own hard-earned money, and it's honestly so disappointing as a consumer first that these products are simply not working. And that's it, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button so that I know you enjoyed watching this video. Also, comment below if in case you tried out any of the products that I've mentioned and what your experience was like. Along with that, you can also tell me what are the products in the makeup category that were your worst, even if they're not in this video. I would love to know. Also, before I go, I need to remind you, as always, to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out all of my previous videos right here. I will catch you guys later. Till then, take care of yourself, your skin, and choose the right makeup for your skin tone. Bye!